Hey everyone, I'm Dave, the head of marketing, and this is Dimitri, the head of operations at Thonic. And Thonic is developing a platform that levels the playing field for everyday investors, providing simple reports used to vet altcoins to help you make knowledgeable investment decisions. And today we're answering your questions that you left on our Reddit page. So without further ado, let's jump in and get here with the first question. So first we have from Zealous Ideal Car 6446 asked, how do you choose the altcoins you're going to create reports for?
Yeah, I could answer that. So we're most likely going to be doing polling systems. So, like, there's a huge list that we already have on our backlog that we want to write reports on, and those range between the top anywhere between I would say 500 to 1,000 top altcoins. And but I would say moving forward, after we get through a lot of those specifics that we want, we're going to be doing weekly polls, which will essentially give the power back to the people and the people that want to learn more about specific tokens, and they'll essentially make the decisions for us. And there'll be probably a lot of polls because we're going to probably want to do a lot of reports on a weekly basis.
Yeah, we're really looking for those hidden gems and relying on our community as well as our expertise for people that have their ear to the ground to help identify those opportunities that we can then do the hard work and do the research for to create those reports. So that was a great question. So next from the man with some plan is, yeah, I'm curious to know who's writing the reports on altcoins. What kind of expertise do they have?
Yeah, I can answer that one as well. So this is a question we get all the time. Every time I'm talking about this project to anyone or explaining what it's about, they always are like, who are these experts? So the best way to describe this is that these experts already exist. This is nothing new in the world. It's new to crypto. So a lot of people don't realize, but Wall Street and investment firms have used report writing and analysts and expert analysts to write reports on stocks all the time. And this is what they use to determine what they should be investing in and when. So it's not really some expert that we're going to just like someone's going to claim themselves an expert. We're actually going to seek people that already have experience in these fields. So I've already worked with a lot of these firms in the past. Mind you, I'm in technology, but I've worked and met a lot of people in these firms, and I've already gotten confirmation from a lot of them that they're willing to lend their time and their services to us to get this thing going. So we'll be seeking that group from that Wall Street world. But we'll also, a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to vetting a project, it's more than just the finances behind it and the numbers, but also the feasibility, right? Exactly. A lot of these tokens are backed, they're projects that are being backed by a token. And when this happens, the project behind it needs to be feasible. So again, this is not new thing to vet a project. This has already existed. It just hasn't existed in crypto. So for a while, I used to write reports for angel investors. So a lot of people think angel investors, get presented an idea and they go with their gut and they write a $2 million check. That doesn't happen. They'll take the person's proposal and they'll cut it up into a dozen different pieces for a dozen different disciplines. They'll send something to a financial expert to go over the finances. They'll send someone, expertise in what industry they're in. When it comes to technology, I've received a bunch of these reports from people I knew that asked me to vet, are these projects feasible? And sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not. Some of them, they are feasible, sometimes not in the time frame they're suggesting. And angel investors have already used people like this to get information to know if they should be investing or not. So again, these analysts and these report writing is not something that's new to the world. It's just not happening with crypto right now.
Yeah, great question. So next we have from Mammoth Quality 8411 is, why do more tokens end up getting burnt than originally planned / stated? So this is more so about our pre-sale and pre-launch here.
Okay, so I can answer this one as well. So this was just the math that it came down to. So essentially, we initially didn't want to burn more than 50%. We burned 50% at the beginning when we realized we created essentially too many. And it's kind of one of those things that to show a community that we're planning to burn more, right? That's usually why you burn 50%. Why we burned an additional, I think it was 15% of it, was when it came down to our private sale. We finished our private sale, and it went very, very well. And then when it came down to our pre-sale, when it came to liquidity, how much we're giving where, we had additional tokens left over. And instead of hoarding them or holding onto them or locking them, we figured let's just burn them, let's get them out of here, and then it will reduce the circulating supply at start.
Yep.
So that's essentially why those additional were burned more than what our white paper currently states.
Great. So next from...
we are planning to update the white paper to reflect that. We just haven't had the time with the whole launch. So
Absolutely.
You will see that on the next version of the white paper coming soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next we have from Delicious Fishy. Who is the team behind this, and do they have a history of scamming? Haha. Okay, Delicious Fishy. Well, we're part of the team here. We live in Toronto, Canada. I have a long experience of marketing, though my education is in molecular science. I've been working in marketing for 13, 14 years through a number of projects with varying degrees of success. But yeah, marketing is what I do and what I love, so I'm the marketing guy here.
I'm operations, so that's essentially a lot of things. But my background is technology.
Yeah.
Computer science degree, again, from Toronto. And I've been also investing in various industries my entire life, from real estate to crypto to stocks, securities, all those types of things. And but my bread and butter is technology, and I've been doing that. Oh, I'm old now, but yeah, since 2006. I want to say 2007.
Okay.
Graduated in 2006, so probably around then. Yeah. Other members which couldn't make it here, but for good reason. There's Olaf. You'll see him on the website as well. He has a residence in New York, but currently living in Germany. He has a long history of being partners at many, many firms. He helps us, and guides us in a lot of different things. That's why I think we label him a strategy, because his experience in startups, businesses, partnerships has been instrumental for Thonic. We also have Dan, another technology person like myself. He lives in Spain, and he's been in technology for a good decade now. I believe his background is in engineering specifically.
Yeah.
And then we have Antonella, which helps us pretty much with all of our writing, content writing, all that type of stuff. And she also resides in Toronto.
Great. And do we have a history of scamming? We do not have any
No.
history of scamming. We have a history of hard work and putting our heads down and delivering on great projects.
Yeah, definitely.
So next, from Street Rat on a Scooter. How frequently will you be publishing reports? Is there a plan to update existing reports after a certain amount of time? So good question there.
Yeah, I think we've always talked about having updates. So the number of reports we could publish a week are based on two different things.
Yeah.
One, how many analysts we could get, right? Obviously, we're starting with fewer and going to grow as we grow, right? So the exact number I couldn't tell you, but we wanted to be releasing a decent amount on a weekly basis, right? You don't want to see a report that's already too old to be useful.
Yep.
But on top of that, updating is important. So a lot of these reports, we're going to have milestones set and calendar set on them based on what the team is doing. So whenever they do hit milestones, we could go back, update the report, and everyone can get notified on the changes that are happening in that project. A lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of projects that token-wise is doing okay and stuff, and then when you start hitting milestones, that's when you start seeing increases. So we would definitely want to report on those and them getting close to these milestones and hitting these milestones.
Yep. Great. And those are all of our questions right now. We hope you found this useful. We're really excited about our pre-sale that's coming up this Friday, September 16th. You'll find the links below this video. It's being listed on Pink Sale, but you can also, if you have any questions, you can also join our thriving Telegram community, or you can just leave a comment wherever you happen to see this video as well. But we're here to help. We're real people. You've asked us anything, and we're here to answer. And we hope you take part and join the pre-sale and are as excited as we are.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, great. Thanks.
How do you think we did?
I thought that was all right.
I think so.